Okay, I'll never get to the actual message if I keep listening to the music because, yeah. So I definitely needed that pick me up because I have been experiencing some very interesting energy lately. And it's been interesting. So as I said, I was having a conversation with my son. And I have a different way of viewing life. And it came about because of the things that I have experienced and the interactions that I have had, along my journey. And one of the things that I have noticed, and I was explaining this to my son because I think it's a part of him that he doesn't quite understand and that he is trying to learn and understand. My son has a very unique ability to pick up on the thoughts of other people. I have a unique ability to pick up on the emotions of other people. And I have always been like this as long as I can remember, since I was a kid. And my son has always been this way as long as I can remember as well. We have both of my sons and myself and our cats, we have a very connected relationship where words are not needed because we all have this understanding of one another that is so in sync that makes things flow very easily. And so, they're growing and they're learning themselves. And from a spiritual perspective, I think these are things that most parents don't really teach, because I don't even think that a lot of people themselves have an understanding or an awareness that there is a spiritual perspective to life that helps you in your physical life. So, one of the things that I have noticed along my own path is that when I come across people who have a hard time feeling their own feelings or acknowledging their own feelings, it's a difficult relationship to navigate for me because I feel everything so deeply. And it's difficult to try to even just merely converse with someone who um doesn't feel their feelings, because they're usually very logic based. So when you possess the ability to when you use logic without a balance of anything else, it can sometimes present as mental instability. Just like if you let your emotions control you without any balance of logic, you become emotionally unstable, and it becomes difficult for people to navigate the relationship because it's unstable, you know? And I think for far too long, we have gone around ignoring those very simple things because everyone is in this state of being sensitive and being defensive and being hurt and being victimized and being all of these things. And without any accountability and logic and balance, it's just too much. It's draining for someone like myself. So I've gone through this process of trying to make my own life livable with this gift that God gave me. And there's a lot of people who are on the receiving end of the consequences of me making changes in my own life because I need to change things in my life. I can't focus on what everybody else needs. And I've done that for 44 years. I've worried about what everybody else needs. And now that I am in a situation where I need to do something for myself, I feel as though there are forces around me that, because they can no longer benefit from my presence, are trying to sabotage what it is that I am trying to build. Now, am I saying that this is just me it's happening to? No, it's happening to a lot of people, which is why I believe I'm being, led to share. This song is called Latch. But I know what this song is about, and this song has very good energy to it, but I am talking about people that are trying to latch onto your energy, like quite literally. They're trying to latch onto you so that you don't leave them behind. And they're going through desperate measures to do so. And some of them are angry. They are projecting anger. They are projecting sadness, depression. They're projecting a lot of things because if this is your message, you can relate to what it is that I'm saying. You're at a point in your life where you realize that changes need to be made. And in my case specifically, and this may apply to you as well, I have literally been pushed out of my comfort zone. I've been pushed out of the space that it was that I felt and grew comfortable to be in and did not want to move from because of my fear. And now I have been pushed out of that space. And so now I have a completely different perspective of life because that is what needed to happen in order to get me where I am spiritually so God can use me. But people who do not have the level of faith that I have and the level of spirituality that I have, they will not understand this. And you cannot wait for other people to follow along. You can't wait for other people to catch up to where you are because you will be waiting for your whole life. Some people have patterns that they cannot change from. They don't even know they are there. That is the reason that I was talking to my son earlier. There's some people that don't feel their feelings, so they can't feel what I feel from them. They don't know what they feel. They don't acknowledge their feelings because something hurt them so much that they no longer can trust their own feelings. And so they go around blocked. Their heart space is blocked because they don't want to get hurt. I understand it. I've been there. It just was more natural for me to be myself and be the loving person that I am. It feels better to me to love than it does to shut my heart off and just be cold and mean to people. Cold, perhaps. It depends on where you are on, which receiving end you are. Some people will say that my energy is cold, but it's likely somebody who deserve to get that energy that they're getting. And it's not my intention to be cold. It is literally just my energy shutting down because there's nothing that I have left to give. I've spent so many years and so much time trying to give to people who will never be satisfied.